All right. I'm taking a drink of water.
Saddle up.
All right. I don't really know how to drop an intro to this thing.
Yeah, that's okay.
But here we are, guys. We are here with the Precision guys. We're going to talk about this, the new upcoming season of Precision Drift down at the Ozarks. This is going to be Dustin to my right. We got Nick over here, and I can't do. I lost track. Aaron, sorry. Over here to my right. I'll kind of go around and let everybody introduce themselves, and we'll start talking.
Yeah, I'm Dustin. I've been with Precision here. We kind of started it back up with Nick and Aaron here, August of 24.
24.
Now we're just trying to take Missouri Drift and put it on our back and roll with it.
I'm Nick Stacy. Started Precision originally out at the OG Precision Driving Center, RIP, Independence. We miss it dearly, but we're back in action at Ozarks for another year, 2026. It's gonna be a good season. Super stoked.
Yeah, Aaron. Been on with Precision since August 24, I guess.
Yep.
Just grinding, trying to see what we can do.
Cool. Do we have anything upcoming for this season? Tell us about this new Roots.
We do. It's the Roots series. So this is a pretty cool new format and event series that we're super excited about because basically what we're doing is we have four rounds at Ozarks, 2 different layouts for the year. We're not going to get into layouts today. That's later, but 2 layouts this year. And basically what we're doing is, first and foremost, Precision Drift will always be focused as an open drift event series throughout any given season. Open drift is our biggest priority. Seat time is our biggest priority. But we're all about upping the stakes and helping drivers grow and get better. And so that's partially why we do want competition to be a part of our series for the year. So basically the big change that we're moving towards this year is we're doing comps for every single event, but we are getting rid of the buyout, so the buy-in procedure, and we're going to actually have a real qualifying for every single event. So we're going to have 15 hours of open drift seat time, and we're going to have qualifying, which is going to be an open drift qualifying format, and then we have competition, and then Sunday is more open drift. So the cool thing about this is qualifying is basically going to ensure that we're doing a top 16 comp. Top 32s are too much. It's really long, drags out. It's a lot of drivers. It's just too much. And top 16, we have a pretty strict driver cap as it is for our events to make sure that everyone gets as much seat time as possible. So basically what we have is an open drift formatted qualifying. So instead of actually shutting down the track and only letting people that sign up for qualifying on the track, basically qualifying takes place over a 2-hour block that is during open drift hours. So everyone's still drifting, but the guys who have signed up for qualifying are getting 2 judged laps during this qualifying block. It's a 2-hour qualifying block on Saturday. And so the cool thing about this format with qualifying is it doesn't take away seat time from guys who aren't interested in qualifying or competition. But then doing this as a qualifying format, even if you're not interested in competing, because most guys aren't really interested in competing. But even if you're not interested in competing, signing up for qualifying can still be something really, really cool for drivers because you'll get multiple judged runs. We're doing 2 judged runs, and you'll be able to get that feedback over the course of the season. So you can actually see if your qualifying laps, if your lead laps are getting better as the season goes on. So even if you're not interested in competing, you really have nothing to lose because you can qualify, see where you stack up, and if you do end up in the show, then you're in the show. Qualifying's free. You just check a box when you're checking out on driver registration, and now you have the opportunity to qualify, see what kind of number you throw down on the board. And if you get into the top 16, you're in the show. That's awesome. More seat time. It's going to make you a better driver. And then if you're totally not interested in qualifying at all and you don't even want to be judged, you don't have to, and you're still just ripping during qualifying. So
Super awesome. Is there a buy-in still?
no buy-in.
No buy-in?
No buy-in.
Is there a payout at the end? Then?
Oh yeah.
Then who pays that out? So
So-
I assume there's a sponsor.
So so we got some really cool people coming on board this year. Mainly Zach with Ozark Drift Parts. They're
Awesome.
going to be our title partner for the entire series.
Shout out ODP.
Yes.
You guys are awesome.
Ozark Drift Parts came in clutch for us this year. So each round, you're gonna first place is $1,500. Second place, $750.
Yep.
And then third place is what, $300?
$250.
$250. And then
And that's
also-
every round. So it's 10,000 payout. It's $10,000 in payouts over the course of the season.
Holy cow.
plus,
And that's just
That's
cash.
huge for our area.
That's just
Yeah,
cash.
that's
payouts.
cash.
That's
Yeah.
just cash. And then we also have a couple other people coming on board. Excess Power Batteries. They're giving away one of their $500 LiPo batteries with a charger to the winner of every event. And then we also have Renegade Race Fuels coming on. We're still working on some deals with them and some, crossing T's and dotting I's, but Renegade Race Fuels looks like they're going to be coming on board.
So we're looking at like drums,
Yeah.
drums for
50
winners
drums for the
of either 93 or E85.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
that'll be sick.
Super sick.
That'll be sick.
Yeah.
Everyone wants a drum.
Don't be like
so.
the donut media guys that put it in their driveway and
Yeah, definitely don't leave them
Did you guys
outside.
hear about that?
A pallet. They left a pallet full of them outside.
pallet, like 6 drum
Oh my
pallets
God.
full of E85
That sounds
Yeah.
like a mess.
But yeah.
in California.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, as of right now, where we're sitting, we're gonna have probably close to $15,000 to $17,000 in cash and prizes for our competition
For the
series.
podium
That's
winners.
definitely huge for our
So-
area.
So
Yeah.
we're stoked, and I know that money always can raise stakes with people and sort of like change the atmosphere, and we really like. We understand that the stakes are higher because there's money involved, but it's just money. Like everything is primarily about fun and about giving a platform for drivers to get better. So,
100%.
and I think that it's really cool because doing a qualifying for top 16 is going to make for really great battles. And everyone knows, man, even if you're not competitive, watching a great battle as a driver is so much fun. Like,
100%.
like that's some of the most fun that I've had at our events is because I'm not a particularly competitive person. I'm pretty competitive with myself, but I don't necessarily like to compete. But just watching the comps, it makes you a better driver just watching, So, yeah,
100%.
stoked.
And kind of going back to the money thing, something that I know you guys did when you guys had went to the Independence Driving Center,
Yeah.
Precision there, was you guys took the money that you guys had won from an event out in Topeka and turned around and just invested it in each other.
That's how it started, man. And that's all Precision is, man. This is not a cash cow. This is a charity, basically, for the drift community. And we're not turning profits. We're here to just up the game and do the absolute best thing that we can do for the Midwest. It all started because we were running over crappily irrigated, potholes and in the Topeka parking lot. RIP. It was awesome, and we loved, and I've made so many good memories in a parking lot. But for me personally, as a driver, I got to a point where it was like I can't progress here,
Yeah.
so I have to create an opportunity for the progression. And it was like, well, if I want that opportunity, I know that everyone else in the drift community wants
Yeah,
it.
100%.
So
I like
that's how it
Topeka.
started, man. That's
I
it.
really liked Topeka, when I was starting out, because you could go way offline.
100%.
Way offline. and
You almost
be completely
need
okay.
you almost need a skid. We would love to be able to have a skid pad on our on our portfolio for the year or our itinerary for the year. We've tried our hearts out, but we're not hitting anything yet. But just for that sake of what you just said is just the low keyness of also having a platform for people who are new. Like you can definitely come to Ozarks as a beginner. You're going to struggle, and you're probably not going to link the track if you're a beginner in drifting, but you're going to learn so much in that weekend.
100%.
So it's like, even if you are a beginner, it's a fair place to come out and learn.
Yeah,
So
that's what I really liked about Precision, or when you guys were at the Independence
Yeah.
driving, was you were driving that line and that line only.
yeah, and if
They-
you were off of it, you're not linking
and
the
that's how
track.
it is at Ozarks. If
Not-
you don't hit that first corner,
The whole thing's off.
You're coming
Yeah.
down to that second corner down a hill and you're way off.
Yeah, and that's another thing we're trying to, ultimately, not necessarily teach, because everyone who comes in at totally different, varying levels of skill, but sort of just we're trying to get that mentality out there of like, let's start at the lead because if your lead's not there, the chase isn't going to be there, and if the chase isn't there, no one's having fun. So it's like ultimately, it's like, yeah, we have comps and we have qualifying, but above all of that, it's like we know that everyone who comes to an event just wants to drive their ass off, and they want to
Do it at the highest.
they want to do it at the highest level, and they ultimately at the end of the day, they just want to get doors. So we
Yeah.
want to facilitate making that possible for every driver in the Midwest until we've like built up this like savage of a community. Like what Drift Indy is doing, like the guys who drive at Drift Indy and Indy Drift, like those communities are dialed, man. And it's like we can do that here in the Midwest.
Yeah.
And
like you go up to an event at US Air, and like people
Yes.
come from California,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Florida, and they're way up in the middle of the Midwest.
yeah,
Yeah.
So-
That's what we want. We want to create that environment here.
yeah.
And we've got the venue to do
Yeah,
it.
the
You
facility
can't
is
say
there.
that the facility's not
Oh
there.
no,
Yeah.
we went to the Gingerman Raceway
Yeah.
out in Michigan for
Yeah.
Grid
Yeah.
Life,
Yeah.
quarter of the size, and they do a full festival there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, the camping there was trash compared
Yeah.
to what it is at Ozark.
Yeah, Ozark's camping's huge, super cool. Also, little note for drivers and and fans, friends, family. We've got sort of this deal with Adventure RV Rentals, so you can actually get an RV delivered and picked up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for your whole squad. They can sleep like 8 people, and you can get that delivered on Friday and picked up on Sunday, connected to shore power, full shore power, water, hot water, everything for like $500 for an entire weekend.
Oh,
So if
wow.
you
You
do,
split that between
yeah,
8
so
dudes?
No,
That's
we're
dirt.
not splitting that.
Eight-
dirt.
eight's-
That's all me, baby.
Hey,
Eight
I
dudes.
would, I would not recommend 8.
Yeah.
They say
Yeah.
8 to 10. I would not recommend
It's
8.
8 to 10 7-year-olds.
But like 6,
you know.
yeah, which is basically the drift community. But
Yeah.
no, yeah, you can get like 6 guys together. So that's a really cool thing. We're gonna have like sort of like an info sheet for the Ozarks, like that kind of show like some of the closest lodging, the RV setup, like any parts stores that are around. So keep an eye out for that. There'll be like an info sheet that kind of
Super sick.
sets up drivers. So like, because there's a lot of guys who are starting to come from 6 to 8 hours away now. So,
Yeah.
but it's just one of those resources. Just like I don't think everyone knows about it, but it's like if you've got a squad and it's like $80 and you've got hot water and
Hot
a
water.
microwave
Key
and
there.
Hot
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
hot water
Hot
keyword.
water. That's
Yeah.
almost why we get the campers.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
hot water.
So we
Yeah.
can shower.
Ozarks does have showers.
They do.
They do.
have
They
showers.
do.
Ozarks
Yeah,
is
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Actually, not
Yeah.
terrible.
They are
Yeah.
a top-notch facility. It is. If you guys have never been, you truly have to go.
It's crazy.
Because
It's
it is.
insane.
It doesn't make
unlike
sense, man.
anything else.
Driving through that tunnel for the first time is
It's-
insane.
But it
It's
gave me
almost like
Heartland Park
Narnia.
vibes.
100%. And Heartland, I mean, it's an awesome road course, man. Hopefully IHRA opens the road course soon.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm
that would
super
be,
excited for that.
yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
Come in
we're
and
s-
repave that skid pad.
That would be nice.
We
Hey,
can
you guys
move
did
on in.
you guys did an amazing job out there. You could contract
Right?
to do that.
That's
You go
the
do the whole road course?
that's the Home Depot special.
yeah.
That's fine.
Well, you guys killed it. But yeah, seriously, thank you for having us out here.
Yeah, this is
like
Of course.
everything you guys, all the content I've seen you guys push out, like the content has just been
Yeah,
top
that's kind
notch
of
and-
on the flip side of things. I'm trying to do what you guys are doing, but on the media side of things.
totally.
We've kind of contacted with a couple of photographers that, like a Rebel T7, this one girl is shooting with. She has no idea what ISO was. Had
Sure.
no idea what it was. So we're really trying to push kind of media as in Kansas City as a whole, because we realized that we couldn't do this alone.
Yeah.
Obviously, it takes a community, it takes a village to put something on. I mean, it takes
Suppose-
3 of you guys to run.
Oh
a
no,
single
dude!
event.
It
Well,
takes
it
it takes
takes-
there's a
some-
lot.
This is just the face of
There's-
the
These are the
organization.
faces
Dude,
of-
Yeah.
shout out to
The
all
whole
of the
squad.
guys who make it happen. Ethan
Yeah.
Hale, Slater, Brian,
Yeah,
Austin,
there's at
Jared,
least 10 of us.
Ben, I mean, all
Adam,
Yeah.
Ben. Yeah,
Families,
dude, Ben. Like
like,
every single family member. Like it's
sacrifices. of making
they're all
this.
sacrificing the weekends. Obviously they're driving, but we can't do it without them. So
Yeah.
it's impossible. Parker and Derek. Parker's going to be our qualifying judge. He's going to be an amazing qualifying judge. We're super stoked. He's all
He's got, like,
all
that
pro
special
bono for
eye.
the love of the sport.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
that's really what I think the community needs in the Midwest for sure is like there's just a lot of cliques.
we're trying to end the click thing. man.
Everybody
Like,
is in their own little clique and not
Yeah.
as a whole.
Yeah.
And that's a huge problem.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
you have
it's
3 or 4 guys.
it's just
here and there.
different. It's just
Yeah.
different. It's and you're not going to meet you're not going to meet all 60 drivers out there, but I will tell you, man, even just me personally, and I guarantee you other drivers would attest to this that have been out there, but like at Ozarks from 2025, but like just me alone, the amount of people that I have met that are drivers that I didn't know has been
It's like a networking
so
event
cool.
for car heads.
I know.
It's really awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, it's hard. Friends in your 30s are hard to make. I know some of you guys are younger, but like, friends are hard when you become an adult, and I think drifting helps keep, some of keeps
Not just
the
finding
youth
friends, but
alive.
finding people in the same headspace.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's easy to find friends, in my opinion. But like finding the same people that are interested in the same things,
Yeah.
traveling and doing the same things you are, it's kind of hard.
It is.
And then
Yeah.
telling people that you invest $10,000 in a car that you're going to go break this weekend,
Yeah.
most people
Yeah.
look at you like you're batshit crazy.
No, we're definitely in a niche for sure. Drifting is, most people don't understand it, but
Yeah.
that's another thing we're trying to do, man. A lot of the typical motorsport enthusiast really doesn't know much about drifting at all. And if you go to any normal open drift event, a good chunk of it looks like a bunch of uncontrolled driving, which is okay. That's how you learn. The crazy thing about drifting versus any other motorsport is it's the only motorsport that you can't dip your toes in. You have to be 100% from the start, even when you have no idea what that even looks like or means, which is what makes the barrier to entry for drifting so hard.
To control an out of control vehicle.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, you can't just slowly work your way through corners.
Yeah.
Hit this corner at 40, and the next time 50, and the next time 60.
Yeah,
you
it's
can't do that in drifting. You have to fully commit.
Yeah.
You can't just lightly flick a car.
You're sagging.
What the?
You're sagging, bud. First time?
Quite literally.
Really? It's your first time?
Yeah.
Oh.
First podcast, babe.
First podcast.
First time on camera? Like talking
Yeah.
like this?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I avoid cameras at all costs.
Yeah, don't
That's
we all?
crazy.
We're all
Yeah.
in drifting, dude. We're not
Yeah.
meant to be.
I like to be hidden behind a helmet.
I'm
No
usually
one knows
behind
I'm
the
there.
camera, so it's a little like the episode I did with Eric. I got tired of listening to it.
You did an episode with Eric Arnold?
Yeah, I did.
Shout out to him, man, and all the media people from 2025. Incredible.
100%. Especially somebody Skitty Boys.
Yeah.
He
Oh
is
yeah.
constantly pushing.
I know.
Just quality.
His
media.
hustle is unparalleled, man.
Yeah,
It's
dude
awesome.
has kids and a wife.
We have insane media here.
Oh,
Savage.
dude, our,
Like-
our media is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, the level of just the level of commitment. It's they're just like drivers. Like
Yeah.
they're just constantly looking to one up themselves from the last time, which is so cool.
I can't tell you, Austin. I had one of our.
Yeah,
guys-
Austin Joyner.
He came
Yeah.
up to me and was. You would have thought he just laid down the best lap ever, but he comes up, dude. I got this shot. You got to check this. And there's just like 9 shots in a row. And granted, they are amazing shots. But you would have thought this guy just like won a championship or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Just the way how stoked he was about these couple of shots. And it's
Yeah.
like,
That dopamine hit.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just where you
That
get it.
adrenaline started
Bunch of
pumping,
Yeah.
he was
media junkies, all
Yeah.
of us.
going. I love
Yeah.
it.
A lot of us.
But yeah, I mean, media is, I feel like a huge crucial part in
It's
what we do.
It's at least 50% of the sport, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like especially in grassroots. Like it's one of those things where you get done as a driver. You finish a lap and you're not really able to like experience it, because you're so focused on driving that it's like you're almost beyond present, so you can't even like
It's that tunnel vision.
it is.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
media allows you to like relive the experience for just a brief moment, which
That's
is
something, like your recap videos that you guys do. I always watch it 2 or 3 times. So I'm like, oh yeah, it poured down rain that time.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
We're not
fingers
saying the whole
crossed for
word.
Oh
rain.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a little
Yeah.
rough last time, but
Quiet with that shit.
Yeah. Is there a reverse rain dance we can do?
but yeah, I think that's for anything, even concerts. A lot of people want to relive that moment.
Yeah.
That's
That's why everyone's on their phones, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
it's because they want to relive that moment. It's almost better to relive it than to live it.
I know it's kind of wild. That's that's a whole other conversation. Yeah, but no, we that's another thing we've just been blessed with is just incredible photographers and videographers, man. Just and that's all coming out of Kansas City, man. All that talent is coming out of
Yeah, I mean, almost.
Kansas City, St. Louis, and Arkansas.
But,
It's
I mean,
awesome.
A lot
Yeah.
of our huge demographic of our people that go down there are from Kansas City.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I mean, there are, you have Drift Riot from Arkansas.
Yep.
You have some of those people
Oh,
coming.
Drift
in.
Riot's Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
But
okay.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Same.
It's still south.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, but a huge chunk of it is from Kansas City.
I know.
And it's nice to see a lot of people that were from Topeka.
I know. We
Coming
saw
to
we
Ozarks.
saw a lot of people
That's a
come in
4-hour
2025.
difference.
Yeah.
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 I mean, shout out to Jake coming with his tire changer sometimes.
Oh my gosh,
Oh, yeah.
man. Jake
Dude.
Figs and Zach Walter, we owe them like the whole, it's not even we, it's like the entire drift community just like owes them so much. And they are just out there doing it for the love.
Yeah.
Like,
We hit the lottery. You're getting some of that.
yeah.
Just know that lottery
shout
ticket is
out,
partly
shout
yours.
out Figs and Walter, man.
Yeah, it's like people just like that. I think that's really where us being in the Midwest, we're not in a big city, but we're in a bigger city.
Yeah.
But it's still small enough that you know everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not huge. I want to blow up. I want you guys to blow up, and
Yeah.
I want millions of people to follow me eventually.
Of course.
So we all want eventually. But I think, having this tight niche community has really helped us grow
Yeah.
as a whole.
Yeah. Well, dude, everything that you've done with the Drift Connection events, it's just awesome.
Yeah,
It's
that's-
just
Translated
awesome.
Straight to us. Like, I mean, I can't tell the last drift event you guys had, or Drift Connection you had. We had what 5-6 drivers and multiple spectators. That
Oh yeah, we were
spoke to
bullying
directly at
the
that
shit out of
event.
drivers.
And
Yeah.
they got out and
Yeah.
they came out.
Dude, and what was insane was I can't remember his name. He has a red Miata, and you can tell he's learning, right?
Yeah.
And we bullied him into buying a ticket at that Drift Connections, and it was like 13 hours of the 15 hours that the track was open, he could not link it. And then I was working Starline, and I just kept bullying him even more. And the hype of the first time he linked the whole track, I thought that man was gonna die.
Yeah.
He came back to the start line and was just so proud.
That's honestly what does
And
it
like
for me.
that's what it's about. That's
Yeah.
like I was done. I was like, okay, we can go home now.
Yeah.
I don't
am
even care.
fulfilled. I
I'm
am
done.
fulfilled,
We're
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It's like the best feeling that like when we met him here, he was like, oh, I can just street drift because I like small corners, like one at a time or whatever. Like I'm working my way there, and I was like, just come, like
Yeah.
just buy a ticket, come experience it.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
100%.
And then he's hooked, and it's like,
Because I mean, like, I'm still kind of borderline a fan of like, I think there's a time and a place for street drifting. Obviously
Sure.
we're not blocking off intersections.
Yeah.
yeah,
But going to, I've never been to Ozarks and driven, but going to Heartland Park and Independence, I could sit there and drive for hours.
Yeah.
Spinning tires for days.
Yeah.
And that was when I had my car, so tires were $30 a pop.
Yeah.
yeah.
Before COVID. But
Before
that
tire inflation.
that really put in perspective, like, this is something I want to do. It's something I truly enjoy because I was able to do it without the risk of
Yeah.
Yeah.
going to jail, getting pulled over,
Yeah.
or worse. I
Yeah.
hit somebody's car, I hit somebody's building.
Yeah.
I mean, a multitude of things could happen.
I think there are so many people that really just want to rip. They just need to go do it. They just need to come out and just do it and not let fear sort of, it's not necessarily fear for everybody, but for some people I know that there's an association of fear, and it's just easier to not do it. But it's just like, dude, you got nothing to lose. You got nothing to lose. You got maybe like a dent in your car.
Yeah.
And if you can't handle it, then you're probably not cut out for drifting. But
yeah, 100%.
but and I honestly, you want to try to mitigate the damage, especially early on, to limit being discouraged.
Yeah.
Because
But I mean, it's going to happen. It's not
it is
about
gonna.
if,
It's a matter.
gonna be
Yeah.
when.
It's a matter of
I
when.
mean, we've all done it. We've all hit things.
And to be
we've all
honest,
blown
I've had
things up.
some of the most euphoric moments of my life after a crash. So it's with the boys.
That post crash hit.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and that's the nice thing about Ozarks too is yes, the track is difficult, but we have all the infrastructure around it where people can come out there and feel comfortable on a difficult track. You have runoff in either direction
Yeah.
on the track.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is very forgiving, and then God forbid something does happen, we do have medical on site. We do have a good wrecker on site.
We have having the rollback on
Yeah.
site, having
Yeah.
2 safety trucks on site.
Yeah,
Like
like-
it's nice. So
So that there was a white Miata that crashed at one of your
was
last.
that Kevin?
No, that
Kevin
was
Mo-
not Kevin.
Yeah, they hit the wall.
But it was a clean white Miata, and they
Yeah.
hit the
Yeah.
wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't even tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of the most insane things.
Yeah.
It sounded like it was an awful crash.
Ethan went straight in, and his car was fine. He needed a new wheel. His wheel was literally snapped in half. But
His steering wheel?
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
how.
Oh,
I've never
yeah.
I've never seen it.
You said wheel and you were like this, and I was like, wait
You
a
know,
second.
literally like the steering
Steering
wheel itself was like snapped. But
Yeah.
Nice.
He had
yeah,
a Miata full blown like straight into a wall, and it literally just like bounced in and then
yeah,
bounced out.
yeah. I think that's
Yeah.
the white one.
Yeah, that was the white
Yeah.
one we were talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this
Yeah.
is a green
Oh,
one
it
at
was
the
a-
rain event. At our big rain event,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
yeah,
The
We've had a handful of cars go into the guardrail and
it's yeah,
not really
literally
seeing
Yeah,
Yeah.
much
any
damage.
significant
yeah.
damage.
The runoff's
And
pretty
when
good.
also you guys
Yeah.
aren't going 80, 90 miles an hour.
No.
You're
Yeah.
60 miles an hour.
Not yet.
At most.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Well, you know, we'll get there.
Not yet.
But the people that are hitting the wall aren't going to be doing those more advanced lines.
No.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the other thing too is like we, we structure these layouts so that when you've reached the highest level of driving, you can still push these layouts. But they're also organized in a way that if you're a beginner, you don't have to push that hard. You can enter way slower. You can, stay, not as deep in all of these sections and still get through it. But it also, the layout's so technical and the elevation is so challenging that it does make it to where there's really only one way through and you have to find the way through. And that's being on the ideal line. So it's like, it's good. I feel like it's going to force beginners to get better, and it's going to still challenge, the best of the best. So, like that guy.
There's a Honda
Yeah.
outside.
So,
But yeah, that's just something I really like about the track is it forces you to be a better driver.
it does.
Yeah.
You can't get through it without. That's the thing is, it's a parking lot. You can, and we see this a lot with a parking lot mentality. You get through it. You lead it twice. You link it. You feel good. Your line is somewhat arbitrary.
Mm-hmm.
You arrive at this level of complacency, and then you just start chasing. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But you're never really going to improve your leads if you stay in that zone.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Kind of going back to, Topeka, it was really nice, at the beginning of the day, we would have a nice sectioned off cone line of like, this is the line we're going to run. But by the end of the day, everybody has hit all these cones, and
There's no consequence. There's no consequence for your actions.
Well, it's hard
in a parking
it's
lot.
hard to have consistency if you
your
don't
line
have
is
an
changed.
edge,
Yeah,
you don't,
you don't have
if it just disappears, everyone's destroyed all the cones, and now you
don't have boundary lines anymore.
you just
so.
drive wherever you want, but you can't create
That's basically
consistency
what
and,
it is.
and
Yeah.
improvement if you don't have that.
Yeah.
You
Would we
kinda need-
would we recommend you hit a skid pad before you come to OIR? Yeah,
yeah.
If you have the opportunity to do that, absolutely. But also, if you've never done a drift event, you're gonna have a tough day or a tough weekend, but you're gonna learn so much.
You got to start
Yeah.
somewhere though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like-
100%.
Yeah. So.
Really.
And it's the
progress-
best escape.
I mean,
Like,
progressing
yeah.
from your first event to your second event, when you go into your second event, you're really going to be like, wow,
it's completely
you know what
different.
to expect.
Mhm.
You know what what your car feels like when it's sliding,
Yeah,
and now you can really start to like push.
yeah,
Yeah.
And now your third event, you're really pushing harder,
Yep.
and then you're just progressing over
Yeah.
and over and over.
Yeah.
And the guys who are coming to Ozarks versus the guys who are going to parking lots.
What's wrong? You don't want the legal pit?
No, I don't want a pit. I'd like to be able to make a course, but
You don't want it just a big.
no,
stack
dude.
of
I would. I
tires?
mean, I honestly would
No.
love. I would love to. I mean, we get a lot of inquiries of like, oh, do you have anything that's beginner friendly? And it's like, it is. It's not necessarily beginner friendly, but it's beginner available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we would love to have a skid pad. And we're trying. We're definitely trying.
It's
So
not for lack of effort. That's
It's beginner friendly, but there are consequences.
yeah,
Is really what it is.
Yeah.
There can be.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
That's just more people that run more areas to.
Yeah.
More volunteers you got to find.
Yeah.
yep.
He said,
Which
yeah.
they're out. They're
Yeah.
out. They're out there. There's so many people who want to be a part of it and help out.
It is a cool part about our community. We get a ton of outreach for what can we do? How can we help?
Yeah.
I just want to be a part of it. I just want to see you guys succeed. What can I do?
Yeah, it's really cool.
And I
It's
think
really
like
cool.
TikTok and stuff has really blown up kind of behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
And so people really want to be behind the scenes of like what's going on. Like especially when we shoot stuff here, people are always taking pictures of behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Instead
Well, that's
of
the new
us-
thing nowadays. That's what's getting almost more engagement than the piece of content itself.
Yeah,
which is-
because
I was doing that while you were setting up.
Yeah.
You were
Smart.
setting up and I was taking pictures.
Yeah, and I mean, people do that all the time, Something that we started doing in some of our videos we've pushed out is kind of mixing a little bit of behind the scenes with actual content.
Yeah.
Because it does show that like you three aren't the only ones that do it.
Yeah.
You know,
Nope.
there is a whole
There's a whole
massive team of people.
Yeah, we have a grid schedule. We have a staging schedule. We have, you know, we have media schedule. We have tech. We have, you know, and this is relatively low key,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
which we're trying to keep it that way intentionally. You know, you know, for now, you know, it's all about the drivers right now. So that's
100%.
what it's really all about. So
Just pushing the scene here in Kansas City.
Yeah.
That's my biggest goal.
Yeah.
Is I feel like Kansas City has always been overlooked as far as the car scene. Like even as a whole, a car scene as a whole,
Yeah.
we've always been overlooked. St. Louis, Chicago, St. Louis. I mean, even Oklahoma has a massive car scene,
yeah,
and
Yeah.
it doesn't do anything compared to us.
yeah,
And so, you know, I really want to put us as a whole car scene
Back
on
on
the
the
map,
map.
and then, you know, niching further down to us, this drifting.
Yep.
That's what I want. That's what I enjoy
Yeah.
doing, and just blowing it up because there's nobody else here in the Midwest.
we just need more venues. You know, we just need.
Well, and more venues that are willing to take us on. I mean, I can't
Yeah.
tell you how many people I've talked to, and we've gotten down the road, and then it gets to like, well, are you guys going to leave skid marks? Yeah, we're drifting. You know, we're going to leave some sort of amount. Yeah, sorry, we're out.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on.
And a lot of it's not even that. Some of it has to do with literal just misunderstanding of the sport. I mean, most people who own complexes, they're old, and drifting is pretty new.
And what they see is on Fox News.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That does not
Yeah,
help.
And that's
but
not-
again,
not
again,
drifting.
Yeah.
you also see an open drift event, and it's from a layman's perspective, so to speak, for lack of a better term. It's very hard to look at an open drift event and understand what this actually is beyond just chaos.
spinning tires around
You
the
know,
Well, it has
you know,
zero correlation to like racing. You know,
Yeah.
of like motorsports. They expect you to be like, oh, well, who won? Oh, it's just open drift. We're just here to have fun.
yeah, which we are.
We're just spending
Which we
money.
are, but we also want to
Like-
build. We also want to build up the legitimacy of the sport
Yeah.
at the same time.
Because it is a legitimate sport. 100%.
100%. I mean, it's just like any other motorsport. You have a narrow window in which you can push before you're pushing too hard. It's just like any other motorsport. So, it just has, in my opinion, I think it has the biggest barrier to entry than any other motorsport you can get into.
It's really
So,
weird just kind of, you know, watching like Formula Drift here in the States versus watching, what is it?
Drift Masters?
Drift Masters.
Yeah.
Like their crowds, are way more massive over there in Europe.
Yeah.
And like it all is also Red Bull. So, you know, we'll take that into.
Yeah, definitely.
Take
But
that into
also, if you look
consideration.
at the caliber of driving, it's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Like not, you know, there are obviously a lot of great drivers in FD, but the consistency and the level of driving that you see at every single one of their events, the tracks are more interesting, you know, and that's not knocking FD. I know FD is working with what they got. We know what that's like. So,
Yeah,
you know, it's not
100%.
knocking FD. It's just, yeah, dude, we love what Drift Masters is doing. It's incredible.
Yeah. Like
Well,
they
it makes
have.
sense on how successful Drift Masters is because, I mean, you look at FD, FD's pulling United States mainly for drivers.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
obviously. you
They're
got-
pulling from multiple countries.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
To where Drift Masters, you're getting all these country specific championships. You're getting the champions out of those, and then they're going to Drift Masters. So you're having champions on champions on champions,
Yeah.
all fighting against
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
To where FD, you're pulling some of those champions over here, but a lot of it's still U.S. is kind of bubble, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of those people don't want to travel to the U.S. for multiple reasons.
I mean,
You know,
look at
it-
what the Shanahan brothers did. I mean,
Yeah.
they went through it last year. Now
Yeah.
Jack ended up winning in the last round. But,
Yeah.
It's cost us a fortune though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, to be bringing a car over from Europe or Asia or something like that, it's a
And then send it back for the next
yeah.
season.
Yeah,
it's
You
an
know,
insane
you know what I mean?
amount of money.
Oh.
Where if you're competing in Europe, if you're in Drift Masters, you know, you're still traveling country to country to country, but it's a lot smaller of a scale than
You can take it on
shipping
a truck.
cars over here and
Yeah.
tools and parts and your whole team.
Getting Poland and Ireland to the same
Yeah.
places.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Something, you know, I really like that Drift Masters does is they have I don't remember where it was at, the one track, and it had like mining equipment around it.
Oh, Germany.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
that-
and they
that-
had like lights hanging from it and
Yeah.
stuff. And
That
like,
place
it
their,
is
was,
cool.
their production values.
yeah, it was a
insane.
production. It was,
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it was a drift event, but it was more of a production.
Yeah.
You know, they're adding that almost movie sense to it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what really draws that crowd
Yeah.
is like the fire, the
Yeah.
lights. Like
I mean, it's
you're,
gonna be a spectacle.
you're definitely indulging in the culture. You know what I mean? It's almost like a music festival
Yeah.
where you're being immersed into
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Believe me, we're watching.
Yeah.
We're
And
watching.
the
Drift Masters and taking
combination
notes
combination with the bikes for like in between entertainment. Oh, and speaking of bikes, all 4 of these events are partnered with Evolve GT.
Awesome.
So every single event we've got bikes on the
And
outer
weekends.
loop. Yeah,
They're all weekends.
yeah, all weekend events, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday load in 6 p.m. so everyone can load in on Friday, and then bikes on the outer ring while drifting's happening. So super stoked about that. The Evolve GT guys are amazing. The collaboration with them is in essence part of the reason why we're even able to have a 2026 season. So we weren't even sure if we were going to be able to do this again. So I mean, the fact that it's the fact that we're able to partner with these people is
And that's good. That I think we're really tapping into you guys. My apologies.
well.
You
I mean,
guys-
we're a
the
community.
whole
You
community.
guys
We're a
are
community.
you guys are really tapping into a culture that isn't into drifting.
Yeah,
Those bike guys,
They love it though.
and that's
but
the
they-
coolest thing.
And then vice versa. I want
Yeah.
to see a bike go around a track. at
Exactly.
100
It's
miles
just
an hour.
more adrenaline for everyone, dude. Like
Yeah.
anyone who's in drifting loves bikes, and anyone who's in bikes thinks drifting is pretty cool. They just might not know about it. I can't tell you how many people from the bikes crew, like even the riders, were like, "Hey, can I get a ride along? Can I get a ride along?" And they would, run 4 deep with Joey in the Volvo and come out of
Yeah,
the
I'll
come
go-
out of the
Oh,
car
yeah.
and be like, "That was the coolest thing I've ever done."
Yeah.
There was
So
a girl I was talking to. She waited at Joey's pit for an hour
to get a ride in the Volvo,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Just 'cause she
Shout
wanted
out to
ride
Joey.
the Volvo.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joey.
someone's got to hold the Volvo
Yeah.
down.
Super funny.
Yeah,
It's
it's
so
awesome.
cool.
Sick car, sick dude.
Yeah. They're going to be good events. It's going to be a good year
Yeah.
of working with them. I think they bring good value to the event. It seemed like people really enjoyed it, thought it was super cool. You could be over at the food truck getting food, and you can still see the drift cars, and then there's just bikes,
just hear bikes flying by.
Yeah.
It's a super cool experience.
Yeah, that was a super cool experience when I went with the bikes the first time. 'Cause I think that was my first event I had been out.
It
there.
was, yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, yo, what the heck?
It was I mean, it's just like constant action out there.
Yeah.
So
And it's such a big track when they're going around. I ended up going up where Austin was camping at in his RV one time.
Yeah.
Now-
Oh, yeah.
And you can go all the way in the far back. And
Yeah, so
they,
if
they will
you-
come flossing around that corner there.
if
Yeah.
you go to the RV spot, whether you're camping out there or you have an RV out there, you can see the bikes from your RV spot, which is super cool.
Yeah.
It's an
Yeah.
insane facility, that's for sure.
It is, man. It's insane. Obviously everyone's, I know everyone's itchy about layouts, and they see this 4-mile perimeter road course and they're like, oh, why are we only drifting here? And it's a valid question. But it's something that I've always wanted to dive into because I don't really think a lot of people actually know what is really possible for drifting out there. I mean, it is massive. There's really only 2 places to drift out there, and the other spot is our pro layout, which some people are familiar with. It's available for download on our website. We've got both layouts out on our website right now. You can get in our Precision Drift Discord and download that stuff. Sim racing is definitely a tool that we've been pushing. Just because it gives drivers the opportunity to practice before they come out, and they're just going to have a 10 times more successful weekend. But our pro layout is available in there, so if you guys haven't checked it out, definitely check out the pro layout. It's awesome. We're not able to debut it currently, but we have hope. We have hope for the future. But it's one of those layouts that most people aren't going to have the power for it. That doesn't make it not fun. I don't even have the power for it, but you reinitiate. It's fine. It's fast. It's the fastest that you can sustain drift out there. It's like 75 miles an hour sustained.
It's fast.
It's very
That's real fast.
It's very fast.
That
It's-
means wheel speeds.
yes,
Cooking.
wheel speed is
Cooking.
wheel speed's high. You want low. You want very little to no grip. You don't want a grippy tire unless, of course, you've got
The
power.
power for it. But
But beyond power, it's mostly just commitment. It is an insane amount of commitment. You're hucking through an inner clip down a hill, so it's a totally blind entry minus the inner.
You have to hit the inner.
You have to hit the
Yes.
inner. If you're off the inner, you are going off. But there's a good amount of runoff. But anyways, I don't want to talk too much about the pro layout, but I just want people to know, it's something that, we've worked very hard on making happen. We don't have the green light for it yet, but we have hope. I think that we just need to get the company a little bit more established at the venue, rapport a little bit stronger. And, ultimately, like, the owners are going to have to see some pretty dynamite driving in order to open something like this, because it's insane. It's up there with the Toge in terms of intensity. It's not apples to apples, but it's that level of experience. Like, it's insane. So something that we want people to be aware of, because we're trying, but it's,
It means get better.
yeah.
Quite literally means get better.
It literally means get better. So we're going to see how people do with the two layouts this year. And, and maybe we can bark up that tree 2027.
That's kind of really what all it is. It's just year over year growth.
It is.
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
is.
when
And
you
you got to
look at-
earn trust, man. It takes a long time to
Especially
earn trust.
with what you guys are doing. Like, if you put the wrong people
Yeah.
in charge, somebody's getting hurt.
Yeah.
The place isn't cheap.
And I can only imagine that as well.
Yeah.
It's insane.
But all money aside, they don't want somebody hurt.
Yeah.
For sure. Neither do
Like,
we,
that
man.
is-
That's our
Yeah.
biggest.
No,
It's our biggest nightmare.
That is number one priority for you guys, everybody. Like,
Yeah.
nobody wants to deal with insurance. Not a
No.
single
No.
person.
And we still want to make it. We want things to be inclusive, because we know that a lot of guys don't have cages, or they don't have that level of commitment into the sport yet, or they don't, like me. I'm not committed to my chassis. I don't even have a cage in my car. So like, we get it. So we want to stay. We want to stay inclusive to everybody, and that's a big part of. Pro layout, you definitely will have to be caged. Stuff. So that's going to be a limiting factor. But
But I think, if and when you guys get to that point, I think that will really. I think people should be pushing to be the best driver they can be. Regardless.
that's what
But
I'm saying,
think
and I
it's
want
almost-
guys to get to that. I want guys to be pushing themselves at the hairpin layout, but at the smaller layout, because if you can't push every single one of those zones and fully fill all of those zones, we're not necessarily looking for you don't need to have 600 horsepower, but like, if you can't get through every single zone, quite honestly, you have no business hitting the pro layout.
100%. And then that's something
That's going to take a while.
I don't want to be like you to sound like an asshole or anything like that, but like something you should probably say to them, like, listen, if you guys want better layouts,
Yeah, everyone's
You-
going to
you
have to
gotta-
earn it, because
yeah.
we have a driver cap for a reason, but it's not 60 pro spec guys coming out to our events,
Yeah.
and even I don't want to go down that conversation.
We
but
also don't want to get to a point where we feel out of touch with the grassroots community.
No.
Because that's the whole focus of this
Yeah.
is we're just grassroots drivers trying to put on an event for other grassroots
for other
drivers.
guys,
yeah.
So we don't want to take it too far where then we end up where we're like, okay, we're application only or invite only for pro layout, we're not going to have anybody else out. If we get the pro layout, we want it to run at the same time. So those guys that are still learning
Yeah.
and still growing still have a place to go drive. And then we have another layout for the guys that have maybe grown out or
Are
have
ready
the
to push,
car.
or ready to push
Yeah,
to the next
have
level.
the car, the skill to go drive another layout.
Yeah, and those are the two layouts.
Yeah.
There's really nowhere else to drift at OIR. So.
Believe me, we've tried.
Yeah.
You can't
we have tested
There's
everything.
this little X spot.
It's not fun.
It's bad. So
not
we've tried,
fun.
we've tried everything. So we just want
We
people
have
to know that we're
hours.
Not,
In-sim,
Hours
in
of
person,
testing.
Yeah.
like, there's not a corner on that track
Yeah.
we haven't looked at and been like, can we make this work? And we've come to our two layouts, and that's it.
Yeah.
Even I still think the two layouts are great. I personally like that one layout.
Yeah.
One, because Ozark doesn't have grandstands.
Yeah, so it's perfect having,
It's-
and
yeah,
that's a
it's-
big investment for them to eventually make if they want to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like grandstands are expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Very expensive. Very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Why do you think Heartland sold all of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it really, that layout is perfect because it gives people an opportunity
To see
Just-
the entire
You can
thing.
see everything,
Everything.
from-
Yeah.
no matter where you're at viewing.
Yeah.
You can see all of it.
Yeah.
100%.
Which is pretty rare. The elevation actually creates that opportunity. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, even if you don't like that view, you want to go around to the backside, you can basically do a 360 around that whole,
Yeah.
180, mostly around
Yeah.
that one
Well, I
side.
just love the golf carts, man, and I think they actually got more golf carts because they keep selling out by like 11 a.m. on Saturday mornings.
I make sure I get there early every single day.
Right, yeah.
Because I'm not carrying my camera equipment
Yeah.
back and forth
Yeah.
all day.
If you're media and you get a golf cart, like you are gonna have the best day because
100%.
there's so many places to go.
And just as a
100%.
heads up for people coming out this year, there was people last event showing up Friday night buying golf carts and just parking. Them.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So if you want a golf cart this year, I would say
$60.
$60. Talk to JR.
It's definitely worth it. It's the whole weekend. So.
Yeah, 100%. I, without a doubt, the first event I went there, I walked.
And you're
Second
like,
event,
never again.
Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
I
Well,
make
people
sure-
can also bring their pit vehicles too, so you
Yes.
can bring anything you want to get around to. So that's a good
Just
thing.
has to have a seat.
Yeah, it
has to have a seat.
Has to have a
no
seat.
one wheels. No.
Has to have a seat. No.
Has to have a
Has to have a
seat.
seat.
That's what we were told.
Insurance.
Yeah. Insurance.
Boring.
It happened all over the nation. Like, it's nationwide. They're
Interesting.
having this issue at all these tracks. It's just an insurance update. But if you bring out like a little pit bike, go hit the trails, go find all the cool viewing spots, especially with the bikes out there,
there's some sick
dude.
trails.
There's some sick trails to go see that you can't. There's no other way you're seeing those corners.
I mean, you walking.
You can also
Yeah.
you can take your personal vehicle out there. You can take a compact car out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't care. Take your car out there.
Yeah, I drove the van all the way around to that backside. It's
Nice.
not that bad.
Nice.
As
No.
long as it's not raining,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
good.
You're good.
Yeah.
Because when it rains, it gets a little
We're
down
not.
there.
We're not. We're
He
not.
said
We're
not
not
that
talking about
We're
rain.
not-
Say about that word.
I'm sorry. I've had too much PTSD from that.
Yeah, dude.
You want to talk about PTSD?
Bro, it
We
was-
tore down an entire audio system in it.
Oh, man.
Way to go.
You can edit that out.
Mic
right?
check. Yeah. In that, what was that? The last round that we did that, or was that the
No,
third?
that
round?
was our
That was July.
Speed Fest.
Yeah,
the
Oh, yeah,
that was
when
Speed
it would
Fest.
just-
That was insane. That was when we got
Absolutely
microbursts. Sunday was perfect though.
Yeah, Sunday was.
That was
Yeah.
that was the event I left. I was so irritated Saturday. I was like, I'm not sleeping in these wet clothes.
Yeah, dude, you're
it's
telling
wet
me.
in the van.
It wasn't
I'm
even
done.
supposed to
Yeah.
rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no rain
Yeah.
in the forecast.
Came out of
In
nowhere.
a 2-hour window, we're supposed to have a comp. A cloud shows up and just
Yeah.
unleashes.
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
us.
It was gnarly.
Yeah, that was.
It's a good
So
example
no rain.
of
No rain.
just
2026.
figuring out how to roll with the punches as an event.
But you guys have
host.
a good schedule this year.
Yeah.
You're in the hottest months of the year.
Unfortunately,
That's
you know, we
good. The weather's a little bit more predictable.
it is. We didn't have a choice either. It's not like we're picking these dates.
It happens.
It just
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
These are the
we're the
dates-
small man on
Yeah.
in comparison to the
all the other clients. they
promoters
have.
he has coming out there.
Yeah.
We're by far the smallest organization going
Oh,
out
yeah.
there. So
So the fact that we're there,
we get what we get and we don't complain
Yeah,
because we get to
exactly.
be there.
Yeah.
There's guys that are bringing cars out there that are worth half of our paddock at
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
100%.
So
But yeah, I'm super excited for the season.
It's going to be great. I
I'm
really
super
think it's going to be
it's gonna
great.
be amazing.
Have you guys?
Not to mention, it's like not only our season, but like
Drift as
drift in the Midwest as a whole, man, over the last 3 years has just exploded.
I mean,
which
St.
is
Louis went from 6 events last year to like 16.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Scotch is absolutely killing it. Their itinerary for the year looks awesome. They've got this new thing with Drift Indy Street League going on, which is super cool. Jeff and Brandon with Drift NWA and Reaction Motorsports. The new AOAP venue is awesome. They've got competitions, jackpot competitions going on. They've got the Toge. There was the gentleman who did the I-44 events. I'm hoping those come back. I
Oh,
know
yeah.
even our team wants to go hit the I-44 event.
Yeah, I want
That's that's a car humbler for sure.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that looks like a really it's just really cool, man. It's just the drift scene in the Midwest. I think this is what we need, you know.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is-
100%. And I really like, I don't know if you guys have been down to Camps.
oh, of course,
Oh.
dude. Cams is what
Cams
like
is like-
started it all, man.
It's like a paradise down
Yeah.
there.
It's
Absolutely.
the coolest place.
That is the backbone of grassroots drifting.
That's where we
It's
go when we are exhausted from hosting events and we just want to go and stare at the stars, you know.
No
with- with-
media.
with the
we
boys,
just go
yeah.
to cams and just
Yeah, and
drive.
they do private rentals at a super good rate, like
super good. Dude, it is an insane
It's
deal.
awesome.
Insane deal.
It's awesome.
I was like,
Yeah.
holy cow.
I think
That
we'll be
is-
out there either in March of this year or
March. We're going in March.
We're going in March.
We're
Okay.
going in March.
Yeah, this man's in the middle of an LS swap, so he's ready to go. So.
We're going in March.
Guess we're
I'm
going.
going to go finish wiring the car tonight. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm
See you at
not.
3
I'm
a.m.
not. I'm going to city. That's
Yeah,
not
I'm super excited for this next year. It's going to be off the charts for everybody.
Yeah.
I think media is really, since I started holding the Drift to Connections events and kind of, really pushing my media, a lot of people have reached out to me.
Good.
And I've met a lot of people too.
Yeah.
And it is insane on how many people are new to the scene. Because
I know.
I've been in the car scene since high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've kind of dabbled in photography a little bit, but I really picked it up, and it's crazy to see people that are my age just now starting all of that.
Yeah.
The car scene, the photography, and so I think social media has blown that up significantly.
Yeah.
But I really think that we as a Kansas City want to grow. Everybody here is tired of being small and being the little guy, and we are just wanting to reach out. If you look at the Chiefs a couple of years ago, we were booty hole.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah, there's
we got-
money coming to the city for sure.
Yeah, now we have money just rolling in. You have a women's soccer league now. Kansas City is exponentially growing rapidly.
It's been showing the world that it wants to put itself on the map. So
and I think that
let's do it with motorsports
that
too. man.
correlates to everything. Whether it's football, baseball, even there was a rumors about us getting a basketball team again.
Yeah.
Just huge. We were really trying to put us on the map. Hopefully, we get Heartland back.
That would be awesome.
I don't
The
know if you
calls
guys.
have been made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say that.
Yeah,
We're ready-
everybody
we're
was
ready if
tagging
they
you
are.
guys.
Yeah.
Everybody
Oh,
was.
I know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
we knew what we were doing. But yeah, and even then, if we can, I would be okay with tearing up some tires on some terrible ground.
Totally. Yeah. If the opportunity presents itself with IHRA, then it's a no-brainer.
I think they're gonna. You see, they're doing an event in October.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be super
Yep.
cool. But I think they're gonna dump tons of money into that place.
I hope so.
They're gonna need to.
I don't think they would have bought it unless they planned on
Doing something. good
doing
with it.
something.
Yeah.
But
No, that's-
ultimately, yeah, we would love to get something in our backyard, but
personally though, that's only here in Independence. It's really only
it's an hour and a half, right? Hour and
What's
20.
Ozark's 2.5?
No, Ozark's is 2.
Two.
It's only 2
30
hours.
minutes
so-
difference.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's
So
almost
it's really
the same
not-
exact distance. You go south one way or you go
Yeah.
west the other.
It's just a
So-
little easier to get to.
It is,
Just
for sure.
because you're not going through that back
Yeah.
towns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Towing, those roads are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, something 30 minutes away would be sick. We talked to Kansas Speedway. That didn't work out, but,
Yeah, they had that in Port Alliance several years ago, and right off the rip, somebody crashed into the wall and had to go to the hospital, and they pulled drifting for the rest of the day after that,
Yeah.
and then nobody ever heard anything else from them.
Yeah. And this is why the motorsport is hard to grow,
100%.
But
We're gonna get there. Maybe when the Chiefs move out in 2030, we can use their parking lot. There's a lot of concrete there.
what are they going to do with it?
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do with all that concrete? That's
Yeah.
a lot of concrete.
Yeah. The trick is always why would they take on the liability for the chump change?
Yeah,
That's
I completely get it. They used to do SCAAs out there.
Yeah,
back in the
yeah,
day.
they did.
Obviously they weren't tearing up the concrete.
Yeah.
But if it's nothing out there, then
Yeah.
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 What's
To be fair, I don't think really drifting. I think drifting doesn't really do that much to the surface. Standing
burnouts.
if
will.
it stacks, if it stacks in a specific place, that's part of the reason why we can't do the pro layout. But I don't think it's that bad. Unless the asphalt's already ate up, then it'll keep eating it up. But
Yeah.
I think everyone is used to cheese gratering their tires a couple times in their drift career, so
yeah.
It's kind of part of it.
it's part of it.
Yeah. My biggest problem with Heartland was delamming. I would delam tires there
Yeah.
like crazy,
Yeah,
and never
yeah.
had that experience anywhere else.
I think
but there.
I think I calculated it cost me, and I don't even have a crazy build. I have a very modest car. And I think it costs $24 to do a lap at Heartland.
It's insane.
I don't want to do the math. Pass.
Oh, just wait. Your tire expense has gone way up now. You're going to be rolling through tires.
It probably won't be that much different.
Yeah, I mean,
15 PSI.
you were turboed. So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was turboed
Yeah.
before, so.
Making right about the same power,
It'll probably be roughly about the same.
but reliable.
Yeah.
That's the goal. That's definitely the goal.
We'll see.
Yeah. I built it, so who knows?
Get those cars fixed.
Yep.
It's go time.
The season's gonna be here before we know it.
I know. We're
It's
still
coming fast.
I know we're still 4 months out from the opener, but it's gonna be here
Oh yeah. It's gonna
overnight.
roll.
So,
Yeah.
It's gonna be Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Easter,
and then
Drift
we're
event.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're there.
Yeah.
So.
Dropping tickets in 2.5 months, 3 months, or we'll be dropping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all of our
So-
tickets, they'll always release about 6 weeks before the event date, minus the last one. That'll be about 4 weeks before. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
So
Anything else you
massive.
guys
I mean,
want to say?
massive shout out to the entire drift community. Including St. Louis, Arkansas, Kansas City,
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Anyone who's been to an event, man, it's like it's literally impossible for us to do these events without people showing up and showing out. So we've gotten some very kind words from several drivers, and you know those kind words are part of the reason why we're able to keep this going, man. It's a ton of work, and being able to see, you know, the reaction from drivers and the appreciation from drivers is just the reciprocation. It's everything, because it's a lot of work. So we just want to, I think, on behalf of all of us, we just want to shout out every single driver who shows up, every single media person who shows up, every single family member, fan, spectator.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally impossible without them. So, and we want to thank you
I appreciate you guys.
massively. You know, you're like a beacon of light in the drift community in KC. So, and it shows when you've hosted these drift
Just
connection
trying
events.
to,
So,
man. I'm
Yeah.
trying to really set us aside
Yeah, dude.
from everything else that goes on
yeah.
in Kansas.
And your heart's in the right place.
Good.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
So, thank you for having us, man.
Yeah. This is fun.
Yep. And big thanks to our partners as well for this season.
Yep.
Ozark Drift Parts,
Yep.
Excess Power Batteries, Skyline Powder Coating.
The whole
DL
the whole series is
Outfitters.
impossible without them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they are making this season. We're able to do what we're able to do with those people.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd just have kind of a bare bones make it, whatever.
So.
So they're
Yeah.
allowing us to take it to the next level this year, and we can't thank them enough.
Super proud.
Yeah.
Super fun.
26 can be cool.
It's gonna be
It'll be
exciting.
great.
It's really nice to see the year-over-year growth.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to keep it. We want to, it's like anything else. It eventually can get stagnant, and you gotta keep making it bigger and better. So
Agree with you.
that's what we're gonna do.
Cool. I don't know how to end it, so I'm just gonna end it there. Check out next time, gang.
Bye.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.